good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a little bit of a different video for you. It's just I wanted to talk about an experience that I had today at work, and it's funny to me, anyways. But I went to work, and I went to a house to do a job. Knocked on the door. An older lady came to the door, and she's looking at me weird, like, what do you want? So I said the reason why I was there. I told her my name, and she says, no, I didn't request your service. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm positive, I didn't request your service. I'm like, all right. So I turn around to leave, and as I turn around to leave, she says, I want to marry you. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I want to marry you. And I said to her, oh, all right, because I'm such a reserved gentleman, I said, when do you want to do this? So she says right now. She wants to go right now. And I said, all right, let me go finish work first, because I didn't want to do it right then, right? I didn't want work to get in the way of our marriage ceremony. Let me go finish work, and then I'll come back, and then we can get married. And she was like, all right, that sounds good. So anyways, I leave, and I go in and make a phone call to the person who actually called me requesting my service. And it turns out that it was her son that called me. And, he was explaining to me that she suffers from dementia. And sometimes she forgets, or she walks to different places and she doesn't recognize where she is, and, she panicked. But it was a funny story. It was a funny situation for me, like that it happened the way it did. But it made me think about something, right? Because I could have, when she was talking about marriage, I could have looked at her in a different way. That what type of an older lady is this? That you just seen me, and you were basically that's the thought that you had, right? I could have had all sorts of negative thoughts in my head about the situation, but I'm glad that I didn't, and I was able to just make light of the situation, have fun with her, and just try to stay positive, because I think afterwards I was able to have more conversations with her without anything being negative, right? But it made me think about giving people the benefit of the doubt. I think in our society, we're so quick to judge other people, and we're so quick to basically, with our own perception of what we think things might be, we create a box, and we put people in those boxes, and we expect that they have to fulfill certain expectations in order to basically, I don't know, to get out of the box, or we already concluded that they're gonna stay in that box, and that's just the way it is, right? Actually, it reminded me of another situation when I was younger, in my past, with my dad. Actually, this is actually, out of all the lessons that my dad taught me, this was one that stuck with me, and I don't think he intended to teach me that lesson. He was mad at me. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. Just bear with me. All right, so my dad asked me, it was in the evening time, this was back in Africa, right? And because it's so hot and the weather is always so warm, you end up having to shower 2-3 times a day, depending on what you've been doing, right? So it was evening time, and my dad asked me, have you showered this evening? And I said, yeah, I have. And he asked me, He says, I'm gonna do his accent. I'm gonna do his accent. He says, so what is the color of the soap in the bathroom? I said, it's green. So I didn't shower, right? Pretty sure you figured that out already. But I didn't shower, right? So in the morning, the soap was green, but it was running out. There wasn't much of it left, like bar soap. And so when he asked me that, I remember that there was a green bar soap in the morning, and I said that. So he basically said to me, okay, go to the bathroom and check which color of the soap is, and then come and tell me. So I went to the bathroom, checked it out, and it was white. Story didn't check out. So I come back to him, and I said, it's a white bar soap in the bathroom. And he said, so when did you shower? Did you actually shower, or are you lying? I said, no, I showered. Maybe as people use the soap, it turned white from green. I don't know. But no, he was mad. I could see it from his face, and he's like, "Don't you lie to me. If you can do anything you want, but to lie to me, I hate it." And I'm staring at him in his face, like, yeah, I'm not lying, but I was lying. And then he comes up with this. This was his conclusion after knowing that I'm actually lying to him. His conclusion was this, and this is why I respected him for that. He says, I cannot prove that you did not shower this evening because I put the soap not too long ago. So I cannot prove that you did not shower before I put the soap in the bathroom. So I will give you the benefit of the doubt. You are free to go. I said, I'm free to go. There's no beatings involved. There's no beatings involved in this conversation. All right. It sounds like a win to me, I got away with that one. But the lesson that stuck with me from that story was that give people the benefit of the doubt. It's so easy to judge and to come into conclusion about people without gathering all the facts. And I think when you spend the time to gather the facts, you might be wrong, or the conclusion that you drew in the first place might be inaccurate, right? So sometimes it's just best to breathe and try not to put people in boxes or come up with conclusions based on what you think things might be, right? So like with this lady, if the son didn't explain to me what was actually going on, I would have had a different outlook on who this lady is. Maybe she was out in the streets in the previous years, when she was younger. Maybe she was out in the streets. I could have thought whatever I wanted about her, but just knowing that she suffers from dementia, it actually opened my mind up to, okay, well, that's, there's certain reasons why she might have been acting that way, and why she said what she said. So it just really opened my mind up to those thoughts of basically giving people the benefit of the doubt. And I hope that those stories I hope that both of those stories may have reached you and helped you to understand what I'm trying to say here about giving people the benefit of the doubt. This is a different video from what I usually make. It's kind of me just rambling on about my day, but we'll be back to the regular schedule. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.